Game of Thrones playthrough. We're doing this in the Lord difficulty, if I remember correctly, which I think I most certainly do. So let's proceed. Alright, time for recap. Alastair 1 month earlier. Lord Harton owns an impressive manse in the wealthy district. He has, without doubt, a powerful man. He told me that he had been a good friend of my father and took great interest in what had happened to my family. When we moved out to the issue of Gawain, he didn't have anything encouraging to tell me. There was nothing to suggest that my brother was still alive. Harton had been about to look for Gawain in his hiding spot in the city sewer, along with the company of Sir Desmond Hardwing, a sworn sword of Lord Harlton. Gawain was living actually in a space scarcely more than a cellar. When we arrived, we caught two brigands searching the area. They confessed at sword point that they were members of the Reapers, who were looking for their leader, Oris. Oris had been sent there to complete a mission of some sort. I also found a locket that Gawain had owned since he was a child. I couldn't ignore what this implied about Gawain's fate, but there was no time for tears. We had to hurry and locate the Reaper's hideout to question Axe, Orin's lieutenant, about this so-called mission. When we eventually forced our way in, the whole gang fell upon us, but the Lord of Light and Fire saw to it that we won. Axe then spoke. Oris had indeed committed the murders in exchange for a reward, but he had been arrested by the City Watch as he collected it. Who had hired them and why? The underling knew nothing. I decided not to kill him. The light of a life that continued to shine could one day guide me in the darkness. In any case, getting into the City Watchtower was now priority. That was where I found out my brother, either alive in a cell or dead in the cellar. Townsfolk were not allowed in the Goldcloak's main quarters, so I had to become one of them. Streets became our hunting ground. While we kept our eyes open for Goldcloaks, it suddenly seemed that good fortune was raining down on us, for it was a tough for it was as though every alley and back street offered another piece of a City Watch uniforms. All we had to do was grab them and kill one of them. With the flame guiding me, soon I had my hands on a complete uniform, making it possible for me to enter the tower of the City Watch without any trouble. The disparity between the impressive exterior of the small holdfast and its interior could only make me laugh. It was a foul-smelling, poorly lit maze full of fat-bellied soldiers laughing coarsely as they idled away the hours. For amusement, they could place wagers on how long it would take prisoners to die under the executioner's lash. What fine examples of law and order. I quickly took advantage of their silly games to get to the tower's basement. Corruption within the Goldcloaks was no secret. Throwing a few silver stacks at a soldier in a few 100. Okay. As the soldier in charge of the keys was enough to get my hands on them. It was no surprise that this band of fools had been unable to find my brother or protect him. All that remained was for me to force the truth from his murderer. What he had me to say was worth the risk I had to run. Janos Slint, the city's watch commander himself, had been behind the slaughter by the Reapers in the cellar. This was far from the exception in the town, where dishonest dealings were commonplace, and a few silver stacks could buy the silence of cutthroats. Whereas the dungeons locked away their secrets, for the commander had received the lead of the operation. According to him, the order bore the seal of Sir Valar. This was clearly the next piece in the puzzle that would perhaps make it possible for me to avenge my brother. I felt sorry for Oris. He had simply been a means to an end, cast aside by his masters. I promised that I would come back and find him once Valar order was in my possession. Slipping into the office's quarters was easy as falling in a ditch. The letter was still the City Watch commander's office. I quickly got my hands on it before anyone grew suspicious. Reading it confirmed to me that the leader of the Reapers had been telling the truth. Before leaving, I kept my word and went to free him. It was not easy, but we both made out our escape. Oris now owed me his life. Perhaps R'hllor would make it so our paths crossed again in the future, so that debt could be paid. I now knew enough to give Harton an account of what I had found, and to see what he could but we could both learn from it. It was clear that Valar had killed my brother in the process of his missions to murder the bastard Cedric Rivers, thereby getting his revenge on the Sarwick family and guaranteeing his succession to my lands and title. We needed to find the link between these murders in order to expose Valar for all to see, which would force the Queen to distance herself from him. All the victims had been bastards, and the Queen had ordered their deaths in secret. It was clear these people were not random targets. So what was the connection? Lord Hatton had a lead, a letter sent by John Arryn to Grandmaster Pycelle, who sat on the small council. Powerful people, the most powerful men in the realm. In fact, in this letter, the king's hand asked the Grand Maester for a book on the legends of the Seven Kingdoms. Seen, he had also been seen several bastards in the city, including young Cedric Rivers. What had he found in the book? What had he discovered that warranted such a sudden end at the hands of the Queen? As Lord Harton saw it, a maester Lord Harton knew could give us the book, and we arranged to meet with him in the underground tunnels to agree on a price. That's where we're going. Yeah, actually, I should use that one as my primary weapon now, since it does a lot more damage. Let's go and sell shit first. Great music, in fact. Time to sell it all. Okay, let's keep that one at least. Alright. Onwards. A gold? Really? Huh. That's a hefty sum. To the Suez! With a latest vision of R'hllor, you can find hundreds of hidden secrets. If you spam R every 6 seconds. Okay, let's think carefully. That was basically it.
Maester Rupert, here is the man I was speaking of. Sir Alistair Sarwick.
It's an honor, sir. Now that your friend is here, let us get straight to the point. I understand that one of my books has piqued your interest?
Indeed, Master. The book on the lineages of the Seven Kingdoms. You have brought it with you, haven't you?
Don't get ahead of yourself. You'll get the book, but only once you've paid me the price I ask.
What do you think, Sir Desmond?
I'm waiting to see exactly what kind of price the Maester is asking for.
The price is my life. You have no doubt heard of the secret fights organized in this arena. Well, I've gotten myself into a bit of a debt there.
What kind of debt?
The kind of bet I'll never be able to fully repay. I wagered with the owner of this ring a life of servitude against all his riches. And I lost. As is traditional for merchants of the free cities, Ossifer is proclaiming to everyone that I'm his slave. He left me only one way out. If I want to be free again, I have to defeat his champion in the arena. The problem is that his champion is a savage warrior who goes by the name of Eric. They say he can crush the skulls of his enemies with his bare hands.
I see. You clearly stand no chance against him.
Exactly. But Ossifer never said I couldn't appoint a man to fight for me. Unfortunately, I don't know of anyone in King's Landing who could possibly defeat such a brute.
Yeah, this is very true.
Let me guess. You want me to fight in your place. For your sake, I hope that you're not lying about this book.
Wonderful. You're a lifesaver, sir.
You know full well that I am not doing this for you, Rupert.
No matter. It all amounts to the same thing for me. Leave me a moment. I need to formalize everything with Ossifer. There he is, Ossifer. That man right there is my champion.
Oh, I really didn't think you'd manage to talk some poor bastard into this. Welcome, sir. So, you're willing to risk your life for this ass of a man? I hope you know what you're doing.
So you'll keep your word, eh? If he defeats your champion, my debt is no more.
Yes, but we both know that will never happen. Eric is undefeated. As you have chosen to die in the arena, you'll need a fighting name. How do you wish to be introduced to the crowd?
I'll be known as the Red Demon.
The Red Demon, eh? Yeah, it's mysterious enough that people will start wondering. It'll be great for the wagering. Take the door on the left and prepare yourself down there. Then speak to the guard when you're ready. He'll give me the signal and open the gate for you. Better say your prayers. My champion, Eric, comes straight out of the wild lands beyond the wall. That's for you, Rupert. Remember, if your champion dies today, your family will join you in your life of servitude, as agreed.
Get right in the preparation room, then tell the guard that you want to start fighting. Why not? Have a good
The fight is going to start any time now. I was able to learn about your opponent.
Thanks.
Ask him what you'd like to learn, as we have precious little time.
Yeah, enter his weaknesses. No, his strengths. Maybe that will tell me something.
What should I watch out for? Does he have a special skill or something of that nature?
One of his favorite attacks is a wide, sweeping attack. If we don't avoid this, the force of the blow could be massive and might leave you prone. Do you hear that? This is it. It's time for your duel.
A flame will soon be extinguished.
Okay. It was not so good as I expected. Let's see what he sells. Flammable oil, bland dye, dream wine. Ah, no thanks. Okay, the Red Viper. Isn't this the guy from the Martel family? Yeah, it's too expensive. I only have 1 gold. Yeah, this is going to be a massacre. Alright. Let's get this done. If it can be.
Are you ready?
You know I am.
Open the gate. Let's get this over with.
Prepare to be amazed! Tonight, we are lucky enough to be witnessing some unexpected entertainments. For your pleasure tonight, a stranger decided to step up into our arena. Please welcome the Red Demon!
Yeah!
He's going up against a warrior who has fought and killed more than 12 men. You all know who I'm talking about. Here is Erok, the wild lands that lie beyond the wall. Only one of these warriors will leave this arena victorious. Which will it be? I hope you have all placed your wagers. Let the fight commence!
Okay, what? He's wearing regular clothing? Alright. Okay. Alright, we're doing very well, I think. I didn't know these went. Okay, let me read. Ignite your opponent with wildfire. The explosion generates damage to opponents around your target. Throw flammable oil at nearby opponents. Well, it replenished somehow. Use a flask of flammaloid to set your weapon alight. Okay. You know what? He has not hit me once. That's something interesting. That was extremely easy. Could we be... No, there it is, Lord. I've gained level 5! Finally, holy shit. That's amazing, isn't it? Let's level up then. No here, 2 here, alright. You need less time to shoot at immobilized opponents now. Nah. Maybe I can save them. Didn't I say I was going to save them? Chirurgeon. You're able to target your opponent's wound. If your opponent is bleeding, you'll have more critical chance. Let's see this one. Become more accurate when fire repeatedly at the same target, inflicting more critical hits. Okay, let's see Ray lore. Using wildfires to set your weapons on fire. Wildfire inflicts greater damage and sprays twice as fast. Wildfire weapon. With a ranged weapon, use that. Okay, I think I'm going with that one. Yeah. Because I do have wildfire, so why not? Alright, let's go and talk to this guy. No, skills. Yeah, cutting projectiles, no. So it's 4 for each. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Blunt, perforating, and light armor. It was extremely easy. If you ask me.
You should be proud, Sir Alistair. That was a fight to remember.
Wonderful. You just saved my life.
Dan, you killed one of my best men. But by the 7, was this show worth it?
Reminds me of the good old days, in the time of the great Lucifer the Unvanquished. What a fight!
I was not fighting for mere glory. The book, Rupert.
Here you go. You deserved it. You're an excellent fighter. If you ever fight in these parts again, you must send me word.
Let us return to my lord's residence, Sir Alistair. We'll feel more at ease there.
You go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
Very well. Here, take this key. It'll let you access the basement from the courtyard. I made good use of it at times, when my lord sent me down here to recruit fighters. Be safe, and return to us soon.
Come back anytime, my friend. This arena will always welcome you. You will soon make a name for yourself, and a fortune.
Money!
Just let me find a new champion first. It's going to take a while, so feel free to take a look around town in the meantime.
Meet Lord Harton outside his residence in King Lansdale. I think this is the quickest way. It was extremely easy. Need to get another one of these bows. Let's refill the wildfire as well. If you're interested in gladiator fights, return to Ossifier in the tunnels of King's Landing. We'll do it. Let's finish the quest line first. So I do need money. And I love money. Okay. Convenient. Talk to my lord.
Sir Alistair, Desmond was just telling me of your adventures. Congratulations on your victory.
Would that I didn't have to fight, but at least we have the book.
Get the book out. We must start our research without delay. I don't understand. What could John Aaron have possibly found in this book?
Indeed, I also cannot see what secret this book could hold. Wait! Go back! Maybe I'm mistaken, but the bastard that I hunted down with Valar, he had dark hair and blue eyes. When I talked to the city watchguards after the sewer murders, they told me that the victim, Cedric, was also dark-haired. All births from the marriages between Baratheons and Lannisters have this in common. Raven hair prevails over golden. Of course! Now I know what John Aaron discovered. Children.
What are you talking about?
We have been researching the bastard line when we should be looking at the legitimate children. Cersei is a Lannister and Robert is a Baratheon. Their children should have dark hair and blue eyes, as is written in the book. It has always been so. And yet, they are blonde. The royal children are illegitimate. This is what John Aaron discovered.
By the Seven! But then, the bastards that the damned queen is hunting down.
They are the only true descendants of King Robert Baratheon. That's why the queen wants them dead. R'hllor's light. The queen even involved me in this treachery.
She didn't hesitate to execute the bastard children of that fool, Robert, to keep his adultery a secret. Everything she does so to serve herself. Her people might well die, and on her orders too, if she deemed it necessary.
And Valar being her little pet only makes matters worse. This news makes the race to control Riverspring even more dire. The future of my people is at stake, and the only reason Valar desires the lands are power and vengeance.
No doubt Cersei finds watching her catspaw groom himself in her image an amusing distraction. It's time we did something. If not, your lands, and perhaps the realm, may never recover from this.
I agree with you, but this is the Queen we're talking about. Surely our hands are tied when it comes to her.
I understand your fears, but we don't stand alone, Sir Alistair. I think it's time I confided in you on certain matters.